As we spoke earlier, it is really good to have a permit to a box or tube somewhere safe where they're dry and kept really nice for the inspector to show up. And he has labeled them real nicely here with decals that indicate this is where the permits are at for the inspector. So a really great job, Jared. What you have on the front here, or you have some locations where the inspector is going to sign. He's going to initial it and date it. He's going to sign off steel, and he's going to sign off forms and setbacks and rough plumbing, and that's about it on the pre-Gunite inspection, and bond beams possibly on this one. But the city will give you an indication where your city, for your particular city, what they require on their handout, and it'll specify what they need for pre-Gunite inspection. Then you're going to want to verify that with your inspector, or your inspector, and you're also going to want to go over that with your Gunite company. So when your Gunite company comes out for your pre-walk, and that's a very important thing to touch on again, and as we did earlier, is that you want to walk through before your contractor begins to go over each phase of what's expected to them and what you've contracted with them. That's very important. And we have got a great history of receiving calls from clients saying they loved the detailed plan and the detailed specification. It really greatly helped them. So this will help you to keep track of those items, to check off, yeah, that got done, the gas line for the barbecue got done, everything got done. Then you can go ahead and pay your contractor. Now again, we want to stress that when you pay your contractor, you pay them with a check or however you want to pay them, but you want to get that lien release notice. You want to make sure that if it is paid in full, it's unconditional, or if it's conditional, say if you pay him with a check or whatever, he'll give you a conditional lien release notice, and this will be conditional upon the check clearing. So these are topics that we cover on the website, and again right here. So we just wanted to show you the job card and how the last 6 days have gone here, and it has just been really quick, really good, and is just coming out really, really nice. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
You're going faster than pool builders. Yeah. Because again, you would with going in the direction of the sun. Right. And okay, there's your spill one. It doesn't show it on here. You wanted 18 inches as well as that. Yeah. All right, we got it. 18 here, 18 there, a step 3/4 of the way, and a step on top. The high side here, the low side there. And your entry step is step right. We'll get started, man, and hopefully we'll be finished about noon, right around the middle.
Baby, I wanna whirl you round. I'll take you home, mama, say now it's just what I found. Could it be these eyes? How could it be that this
We use sand and cement with a 6.7 sack, and the sand and cement is pre-mixed in a ready-mix truck at Alpha Materials. We pneumatically apply it with a compressor out in the front, and we have a reed gun that's applied by Reed Guncrete out of Chino. It goes into a feed bowl, and then it is suppressed after that with air and the feed bowl and water and moisture at the end of the nozzle. And then we shoot it in, and everything reaches at least 3,000 PSI at the end, because we use cement. How would I say this? It's about a sack and a half more than the regular mixes that's used out there. And the reason that we use more cement is because of expansive soils and different types of soils in different areas. So if we use a richer mix, that allows us to go in these areas with no problem. And our PSI will still hit 3,000 PSI. We put wires around the circumference on the outer wall, and then we're gonna wrap it with plywood and drywall. And then we're gonna shoot back against it, we're gonna strip it, and then we're gonna shoot another face on it and cut it. And while we're in the spa, we're gonna shoot the steel and cover it about 3 inches, shoot the top, and then we're gonna put a radius board on there and draw a perfect circle with a chain we have at 42 inches, which leaves a 84-inch circle, perfect circle in the center. Then it has a 18-inch spillway right in the center that's gonna spill over and protrude into the pool. Around the light, we like to get it approximately 2.5 to 3 inches away from the rebar. That allows us to get in there, to shape the light, and put a dish around it so the plaster can get in there and seal and adhere to the seal of the light around it. That's how we shape and cut around the light. So plaster can sit back in there and waterproof it 100%.
Tell me some of the differences. This is an owner-builder.
Sure.
And I'm sure you deal with pool contractors.
Sure.
And tell me some of the differences that you might see as the benefit of being a owner-builder.
You get to make deletions or changes the day of the shoot. See, in other words, you and the wife decided you wanted to put an extra love seat. You can put it and add it by being an owner-builder. Whether if you were under contract with a pool builder, he wouldn't let you put it because you didn't pay for it. So by being an owner-builder, you get to not only save money, but you get to put all the upgrades. You save the money and you get to put the upgrades for yourself on your pool. And as you're working on it, if you see any changes, you can make them at that time, which you couldn't do with a pool builder, because he only wants to stay in that certain price frame to where you can make the changes here. And also, you build a relationship with your subs. So, you know, it's a win-win situation as far as building a rapport with your homeowner, because you get to deal directly with the sub instead of the pool builder.
So, what are some of the other pitfalls of having a pool builder?
Well, once you sign that contract, you get the pool that you signed up for. If you wanted to make a change overnight or something, he'd want to rewrite your contract and charge you more money. By doing it with the subs right here, you don't pay anything less, but you get to work with the subs and get more for your money. It's a win-win situation.
You want to water your gunite down twice a day for 2 weeks. And if the temperatures are over 80 degrees, you want to add one more time to equal a third time of watering the pool down during the day. Now we're going to go over some topics of after gunite, but I'd also like to announce that as we spoke in the very beginning of the process, we shared with you how this detailed plan that we've created at gotpoolsdirect.com was to benefit the owner builder to get through the process quickly, efficiently, and very cost effective, as we shared with you in the beginning. Now I want to let you know that on day 8, this pool passed inspection without any corrections at all. Day 9, gunite. Now, we're going to recap a couple of things that we discussed in the very beginning that made it possible and why it is so easy to do this with our system. Now, I want to point out to you that Jared and Jill, they stuck to the plan and we just stayed out of their way. And that is what this plan's about. We've gone through the process to show you how well it worked, and it's proven itself. Up to this point, it is perfect, no problems. Now, what I want to recap on that is that the key difference between using our system and going with a builder is that the point that we stress with our system is that the plan that we create for you is coupled with detailed specifications. Now, each time that Jared met with a contractor before he hired him, he gave him a copy of the plan, gave him a copy of the specifications, and then prior to beginning the work, they both met on the job, went over the specifications in detail. That's the key, my friends. Going over the plan, going over the specifications, and holding the contractor accountable for accuracy. Now we're going to go over some of the key points of after gunite. Now on this particular pool, Jared had called out wanting a pebble coat. Okay, so on his specifications, it was called out for pebble coat. It's very simple. There's a choice. There's a call out. Now, on the nose of these steps, the Gunite crew rounded or bull-nosed each of these steps. That was what was called out. They performed the action, and that is what's required by the Pebble Coat Company. So what we're doing is we're getting accuracy for future phases, which are reducing mistakes and keeping the process flowing without any delay, and that's what's happened here. So on the back raised bond beam, now when the Gunite company showed up, in our specifications or in our outline, we recommended a few things, and that was for Jared to go over the raised elevations with the Gunite crew and to point those out, point the location of his shear descent, which is on the back. He got the location correct. Everything was done perfectly.